Good morning. We are headed to the farmers market. It's a Saturday morning, and Lex and I are on fall break for the next week. We don't go back to work and school to the 16th. So we just kind of jumped out of bed and we're headed to Midtown Phoenix. There's a big farmers market at a church, of all places, and we're going to see what they got. So we'll take you along and let's see what that's all about. So if you, so far, you can see how big this place is. It is gigantic. The odd part about it is I've seen no farm food yet. All I've seen is like vendors selling stuff. I've yet to see any produce, which is why we're here. So this place is huge. Let's keep looking. We finally ran into some produce over here. It's like a nice size stand here. We just saw the tomatoes. Here's some more fruit over here. We've got some pumpkins and some gourds and potatoes. Looks like we've got some peppers over here. And, looks like it's a decent size farm stand over here. So there's a lot going on here. So we're gonna check this out and see what they got. Alright, so one of the interesting things here is there are so many homemade pasta places where they make pasta and they just put it in a bag, I guess, and sell it. Like, so many. But the one thing that I see more than anything else is bees. Honey and beeswax and all sorts of stuff to do with bees. It's amazing how many people are harboring or working with bees here. I don't eat honey because I'm a vegan. I mean, let the bees keep their honey. It's theirs. What do we need it for? But that is a huge business, apparently. So, and people are standing in line for it. I don't know. But if you look up the honey, it's a lot here. Let's see what else they got. Something kind of interesting. 17 years ago when Lex was born, and we lived here in Central Phoenix, we were like the only male couple with a kid. Like, there wasn't anyone else. And we would roll our stroller around with our schnauzer and all that stuff. And, it was kind of an oddity to see us. And literally at this Central Phoenix farmers market, I've counted already like 22 male couples with their kids and their dogs. Like, there's just so many more now, which is interesting for sure. So this place next to me is interesting. It's a vegan grilled cheese booth. Everything in it is vegan. It's all just vegan grilled cheese. Obviously, it's not oil-free, so I'm not getting anything. But, I mean, there are people standing in line to get vegan grilled cheese. Like, this is amazing. I'm so excited about that. So I love that there's so much vegan food at this market. Obviously, if you're oil-free, there's not a lot of choices. But, I mean, if you're just, trying to eat less meat, there's plenty of opportunity. There's, like, no excuse. We're making progress. All right, finally, we found another farm stand. So we're going to check out and see what they have here. This is a really big one. Like, it goes all the way down there. Right? So there's a lot of options here. We'll see if there's anything that we're ready to get. All right, folks, check out the selection of lentils and beans they have here. We've got stuff I've never even heard of, right? We've got Petite Crimson, I guess that's just the small red ones. Canary lentils. We've got Black Beluga lentils, I've never heard of that. Spanish Bardino lentils. I mean, the flavors on those must be amazing. Then we've got your beans over here. We've got black turtle beans. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds amazing. A little Paris Bistro, a little assortment there, which is nice. Peruano beans, I've never heard of that. And then you've got, of course, your pinto beans and your lima beans. Like, it just goes down. There's all these different kinds that I haven't seen in the grocery store before. And then you get into your mushroom section. Look at this assortment of mushrooms. You've got your big portobellos right here. Those look like they're right out of the ground. Then you've got all your different other types of mushrooms here. Like, I don't even like mushrooms, but they're amazing. Check all that out. This is the place to go. Like, these farmers markets, you get an assortment like no other. All right. That was the busiest I've ever seen this market. There's more stuff here than I've ever seen before. We haven't been here in a few years. We used to live down here in Central Phoenix, and we don't anymore. But I've never seen that many vendors and that much food and that much vegan food all in one shot like this at this place. So this Central Phoenix market, it's become way bigger than I ever thought it was going to be. So I guess that's a great thing. A lot of local products being sold and all that. All right, we're on our way home. We got to get some breakfast, so we're starving. All right, so the farmers market was intense, right?
Yeah, it was great.
All right, so what are we gonna do first?
Okay, let's get our toasted oats.
All right, so we have our recipe right up here for toasted oats. We're just doing like a quarter of a cup of toasted oats each.
Yeah, so what is that, like 25 grams or something?
Yeah, right.
Perfect.
All right, let's go with the fruits next. So we're both getting a small apple, right?
Yes.
You got one of those little baker things we can pick it up
Yes.
with? All right, so we're both getting a whole apple. We're just using a small apple each. So there we go. All right. After that, we're getting some frozen blueberries. So you want to grab those out of the freezer?
Yes.
All right, so the frozen blueberries will be frozen until the very last minute because they make everything really cold, so it's a cold cereal.
All right,
so
we're doing a quarter cup?
Half a cup. Is that a quarter of a cup?
Quarter cup.
So two of those. Half a cup each.
Okay.
So I like them to be really cold, and that just works for me. All right, so after we've got our half a cup of blueberries, our frozen blueberries, these are just the ones from Costco, like they're just frozen organic blueberries. We're gonna put it on medjool dates. So we've got one medjool date each pitted. And I mean, they stick together, so you kind of have to you kind of have to just spread it around, a little piece pull them apart and all that stuff. Otherwise, it's just gonna get one big clump of medjool dates in your spoon.
But super tasty, chewy. It's loaded with minerals as well. Dates, such a good thing. All right, our next item is going to be banana. So I took one banana and we've got a half each of that.
So we're sharing one banana because one banana is 100 calories. So, but look, these bowls are already filling up, and these aren't cereal bowls. These are little mixing bowls. So there's plenty of food here. Are you ready for the good stuff?
I am.
All right. All right, we're going to split a tablespoon of walnuts. So we've taken a tablespoon of walnuts and we've chopped them up, and we're just going to share this 1 tablespoon. That's kind of a lot right there. All right, that's plenty. All right, we got a tablespoon of walnuts. We're splitting that, so half a tablespoon each. And then we're each getting 2 grams of hemp hearts, so that's about a teaspoon.
Perfect.
So we'll pop that in there. All right. What do you got next?
Next, we've got flaxseed.
All right, so flaxseed, we are each getting about a teaspoon of flaxseed.
Great.
So let's pop that in there.
Some omega-3s.
Yep. Looking good, right?
Looking good.
And then we've got chia seeds, right?
Yes.
All right, so we're each getting a teaspoon of chia seeds. So we'll pop those in there. There you go. All right, so that's all the good stuff. Now we need to get the liquid in. So we're putting in a half a cup of milk each. We're just using the, what are we using?
It's organic.
Cauliflower Farm.
Cauliflower Farm, so it's just oats and water.
Yeah.
Nothing else added.
So we're going to pop that in there. Oh, it's looking good, huh? Holy smoke. All right, look how good that looks. Look at all of that, the fruit and oats and all that seeds in there. I mean, that's going to be a beautiful beautiful dish of minerals and vitamins and nutrients right there, right? I mean, fantastic.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
looks great. When we plug these numbers into Chronometer, I was thinking, what? There's going to be no food. We're going to look like birds eating or something. So I realized the value of showing what 400 calories or 450 calories looks like.
So here's what we've got here.
Okay.
Right? We'll throw it on the screen.
Okay.
All right. So as you can see right here, the apple came out to 77 calories. That was a whole apple, a small one. The blueberries are 35 calories. Then we've got the medjool dates. It's one medjool date each, 66 calories. Then we've each got a half a banana for 52 calories. We've each got half a tablespoon for walnuts of 23 calories. We've each got ground flax seeds. It's a quarter of a tablespoon because they didn't have a teaspoon in there, but that's 1 teaspoon. And that's about 16 calories. Hemp hearts, we got 2 grams, about a teaspoon. That's 13 calories. Chia seeds, we've got a teaspoon each. That's 16 calories. And the milk it's 80 calories for a cup. We're getting a 3/4 of a cup each, so it's 60 calories. So that brings us to a total for this of 360 calories, a little over 360, 360 and a half. And then we threw in the toasted oats. It's a quarter of the recipe each. That's about 84 calories. So together, about 445 calories altogether. So this meal is about 445 calories. I'm done talking. I want to eat. I'm so hungry. Let's get some foods. All of us wear some Dalstrong. Thank you, Dalstrong. Oh man, look at that, huh? All right, let's eat. I love the way it's all coated with the different seeds. Look how good this looks with all of the seeds and the toasted oats sticking to everything, right? Like, this looks fantastic. How's it taste? Oh, man.
I was thinking the milk that we had done wasn't going to be enough, but it totally is for this bowl.
You can totally do less milk.
Everything's coated. Yep.
What a yummy breakfast. I always feel like when I eat this much fruit and granola, like I've got an amazing start to my day, right? So good, guys.
I know toasting the oats sounds like a pain in the butt, but it's kind of worth it. I looked in every store. There's always some oil added, it seems like. So we just have to kind of go with this option. But I love when the oats are chewy like this. There's so many different textures going on.
All right. Well, we got a lot going on today, right? What are we doing?
We got Halloween coming up. So it's time to decorate both inside and outside. I think if we can get that accomplished, then we have the birthday to worry about tomorrow. So let's get some of this stuff out of the way.
We were going to do a hike, but it's literally almost 100 degrees already. So I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, that's just really hot. So
All right.
maybe we'll do an evening one, but we'll see.
All right. We'll take you with us for whatever we do today. We'll see you in a little bit.
Thank you.
So we're officially calling our decorating little binge today. We're decorating for fall. We don't want to call it we're decorating for Thanksgiving or Halloween because it's too early for Thanksgiving and it's right at time for Halloween, but we're not doing that. We have to get all the fall stuff out because we start decorating for Christmas on November 1st, which I know sounds stupid, but it just takes 3 weeks to decorate our house. And people come over and all that, so it takes a while. I'm like scratching down here. So my legs are killing me. So we start decorating November 1st, and it's October 6th, right? So if we don't get the fall stuff out now, we're not going to enjoy it. We got to take it down on Halloween. So that's what we're doing now. Once again, it's 4 o'clock on a Saturday. We're eating lunch. I swear, Saturday's the day we try and get everything done, and the meals are just so off, right? We always wind up eating so late.
We're doing a lot of projects, trying to get a lot done.
I mean, it's the time of year we have to do all that.
So we haven't made soup for a while.
No.
But I know in the rest of the country it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 100 degrees right now.
It's 100 degrees right now. Yeah.
But it is soup season.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have a bunch of veggies.
Well,
you came up with a soup that's under 500 calories?
It's 400 calories. The reason I'm doing this soup is it's our cauliflower soup. And our cauliflower soup is a serving of it, is only like 120 calories because it's mostly cauliflower and a little bit of potatoes and then a lot of veggies. So we're up in the potatoes in it, right?
Yeah.
We're really slamming the potatoes in, and we're gonna make 6 servings of soup, right? Each one 400 calories.
Perfect.
And we're gonna take the soup the way it is, and we're gonna add more potatoes, and then in the end, we normally blend it all with the stick blender. We're gonna do that, but we're gonna throw another 600 grams of potatoes in after we blend it. These are already cooked potatoes right here.
They're air fried.
Yeah, they're already cooked potatoes, they're air fried.
These are some nice morsels.
Yeah. So, oh my God, these are so good. When golden potatoes come out of the oven, air fried, as soon as they come out like this, I can just eat the whole bowl, no salt, no nothing. They're just so creamy and so good.
I think we had a pound of potatoes, right? A pound of creamy, Yukon Golds. Mm-hmm. And then for the recipe, though, we're using russets.
Yeah.
That we're stick blending, so that's fine.
All right, so that's what we're gonna do. We're making our cauliflower soup. We're making our cauliflower soup. We have a link to that right up here. A whole video on how to make that soup. Basically, it's the Instapot, so what's not to love? We're gonna start with the onion. So we're putting in. Let's turn it on. Hey, do you want to grab a little bit of water?
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna get a few tablespoons of water just to saute, and we're going to start by just sauteing our aromatics. So that's what we're doing first.
Boom.
Now keep in mind, we're going to blend all of this at the end, other than those potatoes that we're adding, right? There's a little bit of potatoes we're adding. We're gonna have a bunch of potatoes in it, but we're gonna stick blend all of this that's going on right now, we're gonna stick blend.
Yep.
Right?
So this recipe calls for some garlic. I got some cloves and I just smashed them. I didn't really cut them up or anything, but I did want to release some flavor, right?
Yeah.
So smashing is good. Are you ready for this?
Not yet.
Ready for this?
Not yet.
Okay. What can I get
me?
you?
It's not me. Is it me?
I'm so hungry.
All right. So we're gonna need the onions first. Let's grab those.
Okay.
That looks like a lot more than the one onion that the recipe called for.
It is. But onions like leeks.
Listen,
for
calories window, right out the window, right?
We're working.
All right, let's pop it in. You're using one onion. One onion, and let's get let's wait on the garlic a little bit. I don't want it to burn, right?
Yeah, it's ready to go.
We're just gonna saute. Let's get a little spoonful or something, and we'll mix this up.
I know you like a wooden spoon.
My mother used to whack me over the hand with this. Holy smoke!
You want some salt in there now?
You want to sweat the vegetables a little bit? We just do a little sprinkle of salt. I think that's a good idea. All right. All right, just wait for this to saute and do its thing. Maybe a lot of salt. I don't know.
No, we just did an extra one because there's extra onion in there.
I forgot about the little rogue onion that's in there. All right, so let's go ahead and throw the garlic in. I think we're ready for that. All right. All right, oops, stuff's flying out of here. All right.
Why don't you talk in the stir?
All right, while we're doing that, I want to tell you about something really cool that happened. So, I was watching Kathy Hester. She's a YouTuber that's doing that went through the 12-day McDougal program. You know what that is? That is a program online for 12 days where you go. It's by McDougal, right? By the McDougal, company. By Dr. McDougal, and they guide you for 12 days on what to eat. It's like the Biggest Loser weight camp that you would go to, that I always wanted to go to, and you're kind of locked in, you eat what they eat, you train when they train and all that. It's kind of an online version of the McDougal camp, right? Okay. So I was watching Kathy Hester, and I'm going to put the link to her video right here, and she had Stacy Cross on. Okay. Stacy Cross is a support specialist for the McDougal program. She works for Dr. McDougal, right? So it was a really long episode, it was like an hour and a half. But at the end of the episode, toward the end, right toward the last 5 minutes, Stacy goes on to talk about, she was asked a question by Kathy or by one of the people, it was live, so people were talking live, and she was asked a question about you know, why does this work for this person and not for this person? Can I eat this? Can I have avocado? Can I have pasta? Because my friend lost all that weight and they ate avocado pasta, but I'm eating avocado pasta and I'm not losing that weight. Can I have that? And Stacy Cross says, you know, really it depends on you. And then she says, you know, there are people like Plentiful Kiki
in their 20s,
in their and she talks about like in their 20s or 30s, and she goes on and on about some of the women that are doing this. And then she goes, but then there are people that are older and have different needs. And she said, there's this one guy, plant-based dad, I think his name is Joey, so adorable or so whatever. She goes, and he brings a completely different male perspective. And she talks about, hey, how I'm much older and a male, and it doesn't work the same way, which was really cool. So someone from McDougal knows who I am. Is that bizarre?
Yeah, it was nice, but just that you can have different journeys within the same diet. And so what we're doing this series now speaks to where you're at.
That's exactly what she was talking about, right? Yeah. But the fact that she knew that I had changed things was making McDougal work for me. If Stacy Cross, if you're watching this, I'm not worthy. And thank you very much for noticing me. All right, so I think we can shut this off.
Yep, we'll get things sauteed.
All right, let's cancel that. So that's sauteed. And do we need add any more water?
I did,
okay.
and I've been stirring. Okay.
You know, we're not using oil, so add water as you need to, but just don't over add it because you don't want to steam the veggies. All right, so that's done. So the spices are going to be, we're going to do 1 teaspoon of dried thyme. I'm okay like doubling the spices, but we want to just add the recommended.
No, I think we need to double because last time we made this,
it was
lacking a little bit.
I felt like it's good, but it could be more.
Yep.
Right. So we're doubling the spices. So we're gonna put in 2 teaspoons of dried thyme. All right, there you go with that. There's your 2 teaspoons. That's 1.
No, that's half.
Oh, those are halves.
Yeah, there's 1.
Make sure you get it all in there because I don't want a lame soup.
Yeah, especially when it's potato. There's room for.
There's room for spices.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we're gonna put in, instead of a half a teaspoon of black pepper, we're gonna put a whole teaspoon. Just put it in there. Like, you can't have too much pepper for me. So I love me some pepper.
This should be good, and we can always add some more on that for sure.
A 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. So let's put in a half a teaspoon of nutmeg.
Perfect.
I almost said a whole teaspoon. Go big or go home.
Okay, next.
Right, there's your spices. Let's add in our cauliflower and stir that in. This is just a head of cauliflower, stalks and everything. We've just cut it into florets, and it's all going to get, say blended. So just put it all in there. All right, whole head of cauliflower, and then we're going to put in. Cauliflower. Let's get the potatoes in there next. This is 2 pounds of potatoes.
All right, so we got 2 pounds of russets. I peeled them, cleaned it off. We weighed them because after the skins and ends are chopped off.
Yeah, we weigh them after that.
It's gonna be leather soap.
And this does not include the cooked potatoes that we have later on to dump in. We still got these over here, and they are so good.
Okay.
All right, broth add in. Yeah, let's get into broth. We're putting in 4 cups of broth. I made it with Better Than Bouillon. It's 1 teaspoon of bouillon to a cup of water, so 4 cups.
And it's the version from Costco. There's no oil and stuff. It's good.
The seasoned vegetable base.
You do still have to read the labels when you purchase. So.
Oh yeah.
On that one, ready?
Yeah. At any time, Costco could change to the other one, and you know what I mean, like
Yes.
All right.
Stir it or no?
Yeah. Well, hang on. You can. You mix together. Yes. All right. So we've got. Go ahead and stir it. So we've got the onion. We've got the garlic.
Yes.
The cauliflower. The potatoes. The veggie broth. The thyme. The black pepper. The nutmeg. And we need 1 cup of low-fat oat milk, which is what we have in the refrigerator. So we're going to grab that next.
In fact, we have no-fat oat milk, as it should be, right? Like, just sounds funny that...
Oats do have some fat in them.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we got a cup of milk. Let's toss that in. Yeah. All right. That's everything. All right, let's get the cover on here. We're going to set this for 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, this milk that we use, the oat milk, it is optional.
Yeah, if you're doing the Mary's Mini, then if you're doing a Mary's Potato Mini, leave the milk out. And this is a Mary's Mini compatible cauliflower soup for a potato mini, right?
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right, so it's locked in place. We're going to do manual 6 minutes, right? Let's let that do its thing.
At high pressure. Perfect. We're ready to go.
All right, we'll see you as soon as it's done.
Thanks. All right, it's my favorite time of the day. Kind of mixy.
Kind of mixy, yeah. We got to let the rest of the pressure out. We let it release naturally for 10 minutes, and now we're just going to let the rest of it out after 10 minutes. So we'll give that a few minutes. Oh man, can you smell that? Smells delicious. I can't wait to eat this. I'm so starving.
I can smell the thyme for sure.
The thyme. I hope we didn't do too much thyme. It's like a lot of thyme. Yeah. Okay. If we eat that's our calories right there. Like,
I know, it needs more pepper.
I know. Well, it's because it's just plain potato.
No, you said it in the last video, that's why.
Yeah.
This needs more pepper. I just love pepper. I just love me some pepper.
I do. I love me some pepper.
I'll bring in the salt. Salt and pepper. Dun 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 dun.
Da 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 da. Salt and pepper here, we in a jam. Where'd you go? Alright. Ooh, look at that bubbly. That's looking good. Alright, let's start blending it.
Yeah.
Alright, so Tim's just take the stick blender and just blend this till it's all smooth.
I can smell some pepper.
Alright, let me just give this a shot. It doesn't taste like there's too much time.
Okay.
Yeah. Want to try it?
It's time for me to have a flavor.
Sweetie, you're so funny.
I got it.
Alright. It's really hot.
That is good.
Tim's going to take those potatoes, and he's going to put them right in the soup, and we're going to mix them up, but not blend them. There you go.
Well, it looks like half the amount. What happened?
I just, because we sat here and ate them. The potatoes don't need to go in there if you don't want to. The way it wasn't 400 calories. The way it wasn't 400 calories, so it wasn't high enough, and I don't want to get less than 400 calories. So, plus it gave us some texture. So I think we're ready to kind of dish this out and give it a shot.
I'm so hungry, yes.
All right, so
Take that off.
one serving is a lot of soup. These are salad bowls. These aren't soup bowls. And this thing is full. Like, there's no way I can eat this much soup. But just another example of a 400 calorie meal is what you can get, right? Like, you can really fill up on 400 calories. So when people are like, oh, you're not going to eat, you're going to starve at 400 calories. No, I'm not. There's a lot of food here.
Yeah, and nothing is empty calories that we're eating.
Nope.
So.
All right, it's kind of hard to see from this video, but these salad bowls are really thick, right? Like, they're really tall. And we're almost to the top of these salad bowls. So, and they're really wide. These aren't regular soup bowls. This is a lot of soup. We're talking about 700 and almost 800 grams of soup each. There's so much here. This is 400 calories. It's a huge meal. All right, so it looks like we're adding a little chive action.
Yeah, would you like some?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. I love
Okay.
chives, yeah. All right, I know it's good because I just tasted it earlier without the chives and it was delicious. All right, there's just so much food here. Oh, I love the chunks of potatoes in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of flavor. Holy smoke.
That's good. So you saw the amount of garlic that we put in.
Yeah.
It's not overpowering at
It's
all.
not at all, yeah.
The aromatics that we were smelling with the thyme, it's not overpowering in the food at all. The flavor's right on. So
It is very hot though, like really hot. Whew.
All right, let's put this on the screen and look at the macros. All right, so you can see here, one large onion, that's about 60 calories. We got a dash of Himalayan salt, that's no calories. I estimated 6 to 7 cloves of garlic. I just put down 7. That was about 31.3 calories. Then we've got one large head of cauliflower. That's about 210 calories. Next, we used 4 teaspoons of Better Than Bouillon to make 4 cups of broth. And that came in at about 40 calories, so it's about 10 calories per teaspoon. Next, we used 900 grams of potatoes. That's about 2 pounds, and that's the raw potatoes. And that came in at about 818 calories. After that were the spices. We had a teaspoon of dried thyme. We did double the spices, but for you, it'll be 7.5 calories. We used a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg, so about 3 calories. We used a half a teaspoon of black pepper. That comes in at 3 calories. Again, we used a little bit of salt. That doesn't have any calories. And finally, we had those cooked potatoes at the end that we had already cooked for 481 calories. That was about 620 grams. of potatoes. That's like 1.3 pounds because that's what we had left. You do not have to put those in at the end. You can just throw them in with the rest of the potatoes. If I had to do this all over again, it was weird having those chunks of potatoes in there. So I would just throw them in with the other potatoes not cooked and have them all cooked together. That's the breakdown. Let's look at the total. If you add all the calories together and divide by 4, you get 408 calories per serving. So that's a really nice size serving of soup, 408 calories. All right, we're gonna eat this 400 calorie bowl of soup. There's a lot of soup here. I'm gonna try and put this away, but I mean, it's, you know, it's 5:30.
Yeah.
You know, we are gonna try. Is it 5:30? Yeah, we're gonna try it. We can try it at Costco before.
Yeah, we've got a couple stores to go to. Lex has been jonesing to go somewhere as well.
All right, we'll see whatever happens next, right?
Yep. See you for dinner.
All right, so
it's dinner time.
It's dinner
we
time.
made it to dinner.
So we're gonna make a recipe we've never made before. We're gonna make a Thai peanut tofu quinoa bowl, and we're gonna make it come in at around 450 calories.
Yep, great. So it fits in with our macros.
And I'm hoping that it's a big enough portion to make us both happy. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we are starting with a block of tofu that we threw in the air fryer and just air fried it. We didn't marinate.
I wish we just threw it in there, but we actually cubed it up into the bite-sized cubes that we want.
Yeah, so it's right here, but we didn't marinate it or anything. This is just, you know, air fried tofu, right? That's it, and just out of the box. We pressed it and
got rid of the moisture.
Yep. So we're gonna throw that right here, right? And oops, got a little, well, so much for that one. And what we're gonna do is, we're not gonna turn this on yet, we're gonna make a peanut sauce, and we're gonna let our cooked tofu kind of cook with this peanut sauce, and then we'll set it aside and then cook all our vegetables. We've also already cooked the quinoa, but I'll tell you about that when we get to it, all right? So for now, we're gonna make the sauce that goes with this, all right? So what's in the sauce here? Let's get a little bowl and we'll make that. We have a little bowl of PB2 that we mix with water to give us a half a cup. All right.
If you don't know, it's the dehydrated peanut butter. Comes in a powder form. It's got so much less fat, and that's why this is an option now.
Yeah, so this is just a half a cup of runny peanut butter that we made out of PB2 with PB2 powder and water, all right? So, and it has to be runny like this because we're making a sauce, all right? So we're just gonna throw everything else in this little jar, all right? So what's next in this little jar? So the next thing we're putting in, so we've got a half a cup of peanut butter, a half a cup of runny peanut butter, but we used the PB2, right? Okay, so after that, we're putting in 2 tablespoons of cocoa aminos. So let's grab our cocoa aminos. This is just a big jar from Costco. It comes like 2 at a time or something, right? And we're putting in 2 tablespoons of that. And this is gonna give us our peanut sauce, right? All right, good job there.
For the tofu and the vegetables.
Yep, next we want a tablespoon of rice vinegar. All right, so 1 tablespoon there of rice vinegar, Tim's putting together. And again, this is just our sauce we're making. All right, no, 1 tablespoon, that's it. Yeah,
okay.
That's it, 1 tablespoon. Rice vinegar. We also need a teaspoon of sriracha. Let me look at the ingredients. This is Ninja Squirrel, and I think this one's fine. Yeah, this one's fine.
Perfect.
But that one, the plastic bottle, which we use for a long time, people are saying it's not vegan. I don't know if it is or not. We don't have that one anyway, so. Sriracha, there's a sriracha shortage. Did you know that?
Yeah, and then they're out now, and their pepper supplier has changed. It's changed the flavor, actually.
Oh, man. That's not good.
Okay.
All right, so after our sriracha, we need 2 cloves of minced garlic. So we've got 2 cloves of garlic, and I don't mince my garlic because I can still taste it when I don't want to bite into chunks of it. So I grate it. So I'm throwing in 2 cloves of grated garlic right there, and then we've got a teaspoon of ginger. We're throwing in a teaspoon of ginger. This is fresh ginger. Yeah, that's a lot, but throw it in there. So.
It's a teaspoon.
I don't like ginger, but we got a teaspoon, and we grated the ginger also, all right? And then the last thing we need is 2 to 4 tablespoons of hot water. You know, it is pretty thin already. I think that's what they do is they thin it out with the hot water. I don't really think we need the hot water. What do you think?
I think we do. We're sauteing this, right?
Yeah. Is it already pretty thick? All right, so
yeah,
why don't you get
plus those flavors, we need to dilute a little bit.
All right, so get some teapot water. In the meantime, I'm just gonna get this, mixed together. So let's skip the rest of the water. So we just put in 1 tablespoon of water. We'll let you know if it turns out to be too much water. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn this on and just put it on low. And I'm just gonna throw half of the sauce in here to kind of marinate the cooked tofu a little bit, just to kind of have it sit in it, and then we'll move it to the side while we make our veggies. This will give the tofu a chance to like acclimate with some of those flavors. All right, let's throw in half of this. I'm not sure what half of this is, but maybe that right there.
Yeah.
All right, let's save the rest of this.
Perfect. And get everything coated.
Yeah, I'm just gonna coat all this and move it around. Do you want to do it?
You're doing great.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I can kind of see at the side of my eye, you're kind of like looking ready to take it. We're just gonna let the tofu just come out of the oven. We're gonna get the peanut sauce warm, and once the peanut sauce is warm, then we can just let this sit on the side while we cook the veggies.
Okay, everything's really coated nicely. Good job.
So we're just gonna bring this to the stove, right?
Yes, we're gonna put it on a keep warm setting.
Yeah.
Just so we have a hot bowl.
Yep, sounds good. All right, do that, and then I'm gonna throw another pot right here. And this is going to be where we're cooking all our veggies. All right, so I think we'll start with the bok choy. Let's get that in there. So we've got some bok choy here. We got, I don't know how many grams of bok choy did we do. We did 340 grams of bok choy. So we're just going to put this in here and try and get that to kind of cook a little bit and steam a little bit here.
All right, I've sliced these in half down the middle, and then I run water in to get all the dirt out. So it's not too hard to clean.
All right, so let's actually cook these.
Yeah.
So we've got 6 ounces of sugar snap peas. So let's kind of throw them around here. All right. And they'll have extra time to cook
Yes.
once this starts to wilt, because we're going to throw the broccoli in. So we've got like 2 cloves of garlic. And we'll just kind of get that in there and mix it up. Yeah. Let's let this do its thing for a few minutes, and then we'll start mixing it up, right?
All right.
Can this even be mixed up, or they kind of have to just go like this?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll do the best we can with this. I've never cooked bok choy before. I think normally you steam.
We happen to have it in the fridge, and we're like, let's add this, you know.
It
So
wasn't part of any of the 3 recipes that I was looking at, but we're just like, let's use this up.
all right, everything seems to be softening up nicely here. I think it's time to put in the broccoli. So I'm just going to sprinkle this on top.
So this is frozen broccoli, and we did let it thaw out for the day. And we also, it's the frozen broccoli from Costco, so it kind of has some stalk on it. So we cut the stalks off. So the amount of broccoli that we're using, the 12 ounces or whatever it is, that I'm going to show you on the screen after this is all done, that's after the stalks are cut, all right?
Yeah, we've trimmed it up.
Yeah.
And we weighed it out after that.
Yeah, what do they look like on the cooked side?
Just the same.
Oh, yeah, they're looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm moving the bok choy up on top,
Right.
so we can get
Other stuff on the bottom, yeah.
make sure the broccoli's getting cooked.
Yeah.
It just started to brown a little bit, so we're kind of running out of water now.
Yeah, you can see here, it's cooking. It's looking great. Yeah, let's put a little bit of water in.
A little bit more.
Yeah. So we've got some plates with quinoa, cooked quinoa on it. And we made 1 cup of dry quinoa, which came out to, when you make it, it cooks 3 cups. That's where the bulk of the calories come from the recipe. So the dish is going to have quinoa, the veggies, and the tofu. That's kind of how we're plating it up. All right. So you can put these right here.
Do you want to put on top of the quinoa?
No, maybe on the side. However you want to do it. I'm not really sure what's put, but you got to leave room for You got to leave room for 3 pieces. All the veggies need to go together, and then the tofu needs to go on.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
All right. So, and now we're just going to take some of this and just put it like right here. Well, hold this plate right here, and I'm just going to take it and put it here. So we got to get 3 servings out of this. So
I think
we're right about there, right? All right. All right. So let's put that one down, and then we take this one. We need to get another 3rd serving out of here, right about there. All right. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is we can use the rest of the sauce. We're supposed to be leaving a 1/3 of that sauce, actually, but we can put probably another tablespoon or 2 on this if we want. So let's do that.
Where do you want
Just on
yours?
top of the tofu. I just want mine like to be like refreshed on the tofu. There you go. All right.
Okay.
That's all
Is that
I'm
good?
getting on that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm drying out some cilantro here that we cut up. I cut up, so I'm just gonna sprinkle a little of that on.
I'm such a sauce guy, but I think that's it.
Yeah. That's,
So I got on the veggies, the tofu,
all right.
and we have about a third left over
And
there.
there's some cilantro for you.
Okay.
And now, if you want, I'm not going to do this, but you can chop up some peanuts and throw that on top also. You're going to do a little bit of that?
Just a little bit.
I'm trying to keep mine. There's so many peanuts on the floor. I don't know what just happened. All right.
Well, I thought they were going to be crumbled up, but then...
All right. Now, I want to tell them about this, but this looks amazing, right?
It smells great.
Take a look. You can see here, like, these are absolutely beautiful dishes. Tim's has got the peanut on it, but that's a third of a block of tofu right there. Look at that beautiful bok choy right there. Look how big that is. You can see the quinoa under there with the garnishing on top. Look how good that looks. Mine too. Mine doesn't have the peanuts, but still, that's a whole plate of food for 400 and something calories. Like, there's going to be a lot of food to eat here. Should we start eating? Let's give it a taste. Remember, it's the first time we're making this. This with the bok choy. It's the first time we're making this. Let's switch places. And
All right, first time we're making this.
first time we're making this, and it's a combination of a bunch of different recipes online. So let's see what it tastes like. Oh wow. It's delicious. Oh wow.
There's a little bit of kick from the sriracha, but the lime comes through the cilantro.
Yeah. I think I would.
I was worried about the sauce with the quinoa not having enough sauce, but with the flavor, it's punchy. It's good.
Oh, it's good. Wow. You know, I normally would have done rice with this, but I bet the quinoa is a really nice substitution, don't you think?
It's fluffy.
It's the same number of calories either way. Like I punched it into chronometer with rice instead of quinoa, and it was the same number of calories.
We're also thinking people are liking quinoa. It's gluten-free, right?
Yeah.
Still giving you fiber.
Some people have problems they can't eat quinoa. In that case, just use brown rice.
Yeah.
The bok choy is delicious. Wow. This is so good.
Joe just asked, where am I going? I was going to the table to eat.
I'm ready to do the macros and Tim's sitting down at the table eating. I'm like, what are you doing?
Okay.
But you can eat if you want. I'm just going to go with the macros.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to put this on the screen while you eat, okay?
Sounds good.
All right. All right. So the first thing you see is a whole block of tofu. You know, a whole block of tofu is 377 calories. I mean, that's not a lot. You get the whole block by yourself, and you're still under 400 calories. That's all you're getting, and it's mostly 40% fat, but there's that. Then we've got the PB2 powder. It's 2 tablespoons. That's 100 calories right there. Then the broccoli florets, the frozen broccoli, that's 78 calories. The sugar snap peas, we've got 6 ounces of that. That's about 60 calories. The liquid aminos, we got 2.5 teaspoons of that. Actually, it's supposed to be 2 teaspoons, but all right, 2.5 teaspoons. We've got 25 calories there. You can see the rice vinegar, a tablespoon gives us 2 calories. The sriracha, a teaspoon gives us 6 calories. The garlic, 2 cloves is 8 calories. All the aromatics in that, there's nothing to them, right? The ginger, 1 teaspoon, that's 5.8, so 6 calories. The cilantro, we did not get a quarter of a cup. It's not even 1 calorie. Bok choy, we got 340 grams of bok choy, and that's 44 calories. And then the quinoa is where the calories come from. 1 cup of uncooked quinoa, right, becomes 3 cups of quinoa.
Okay.
And that's 625.6, so about 625 calories, right? And that's for the 1 cup of dry or 3 cups of cooked, however you look at it,
Okay.
right? All right, so you take that, you total up, you divide it by 3, because this makes 3 servings. We have 1 more serving still left in the pot. And that comes out to 444.6 calories, all right? So about 447 calories for that 1 meal.
Yeah, I think you're getting a good bang for your buck on that.
I think so
on this
too.
one.
How do you think we did for the day? You think we were close to 1,200 calories?
I'm a little bit higher at 14. I think I'm right on.
All right, let's throw it on the board. I'll throw the board like I'm at school. Okay. Let's throw it on the screen, right? All right. So for breakfast, we had the natural cereal bowl, right? That's 360 calories, right? Then we had the toasted oats with it, which is another 84 calories on top of that. On top of that, we had lunch later on. That was the Instapot cauliflower soup. The one serving of that was 408 calories. And then this Thai peanut quinoa bowl with the tofu, that came out to 444.6 calories. So the entire day, my calories were 1,298. So my over 1,200 calories, yes. But really, just under 13 is my number, right?
Yeah.
But we walked around that place this morning. We worked all day. I'm going to walk tonight. Like, that's going to be fine with me. 1,298 calories, and that's our meals for today. So I had some great meals today, right? Don't you think?
I did too, and I enjoyed making them with you. We don't get to cook with each other throughout the week, so that was nice.
This one right here is absolutely delicious.
Say a family stopped by to take photos of the Halloween decorations. They look really good, so that was kind of nice to remember there's kids around, right, to make them happy.
Yeah,
so,
they had their little kids with them, and they were like, "Mommy."
Yeah. So as soon as we finish this meal, we're headed out for a walk. We'll say goodbye to you then.
No, we're saying goodbye now. It's been a long day. That's our video for today. Hit that like button, show us some love. Click on the subscribe button. You'll get notified every time we have a video. Usually every Tuesday. Tim wants this to go on all night. I'm like, no, you're sweating too. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
I set the AC on. I'm still just hot.
Leave a comment below. Let us know your thoughts on this.
We read the comment section. But as always, thank you for joining us.
We'll see you next time.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Boy, that closure for you, not so good, right?
Never is.
I'm starving. Let's eat.